a business functionality. Okay, so first we want to understand the business functionality and what are the transactions we are going to done in business. The same manner we are working within a Oracle application. So after that we can go for the multi-arc structure. Okay. So first of all we want to understand what happened into our business.
Okay, Nagendra, we have not covered this request set that
Yes,
day.
I will cover later. Okay. So first we want
Okay,
to continue with this business structure. Okay. We'll cover just to 10 to
okay,
15 minutes class is there that will be covered for you. You and Akshay also not a problem. Hmm?
okay,
So today it's a new topic. So that is the reason we are going to enter this one. So let us now we are going to understand the business functionality. So basically the business functionality is applicable means that there are. So basically business contains so many departments are involved. Means nothing but business is nothing but a collection of departments. Collection of departments, and each and every department contains collection of different informations. Collection of different information. Right. So now so let us we are going to discuss about our business. Okay. Just I'm going to draw a diagram so that you can easily understand. So what is the our business terminology? So here I want to write it business. Okay. Basically, this business, if you want to run any business, we need to require two major sources. Two major sources are nothing but resources. Okay. One is the supplier, another one is the customer. One is the supplier, another one is the customer. Okay. So let us here wherever or whenever we are going to start any business, we should maintain the items in a proper location. So that location we call it as a storeroom, right? So here also, then now here I'm going to specify that respected sources, suppliers, and customers. Suppliers and customers. So here we have a stores. So here we can keep the items. Okay. So now this store is connected with our business. Connect with our business. So in this stores we have our items. Okay, we have our items. Basically in this point of time, so now first of all, we always check the quantity level in our storerooms. Means inventory or godown. As per our terminology, we call it as a store. As per the Oracle terminology, they treat as a inventory. It is nothing but one department. That is nothing but a godown. Okay. So here what happen means always we are going to checking in our store whether the item is available or not. If the item is not available, then we are going to get the items from the suppliers. Okay. So in this point of time, this stores people is going to pass the information to PO department. PO department. Then here, this stores people is going to pass the information to PO department. So once the store people is going to pass the information, which is the information the people is going to pass to PO department? So item requirement information. Items requirement information. So this information, this store people is going to pass to PO department. Now the PO people is going to find out who is the supplier is to sell this item, which is the item is required in our business or in our organization. Okay. Now the people is going to find out and create the requisition or whatever it may be, that all will be going to process and will be going to create a PO. This is a normal business terminology. Okay, create a PO. What is this? Then this PO is going to give the PO information. PO information. So and so items is required to in our organization. So then the people is going to respond our PO, and the people is going to send the items to our inventory. Okay. So here the store people is going to pass the information to PO. The PO people is going to raise a PO to suppliers. Raise a PO to suppliers. Now the supplier is going to respond our PO and send the items information. Send the item, not information. Send the items to our inventory. Send the items to our inventory. So what is that? Items. Send the items to our inventory. Right. So here the stores people, inventory people is going to receive the items. This inventory people is responsible to receive the items from the suppliers with the checking of our PO information against of with our PO. Then once it is completed, now we are going to ready to clear the payment to supplier. Clear the payment to supplier. So here now we have a one more department is there, that financial transaction is going to done by the account payables department. Account payables. Now this PO people is going to pass the information to account payables department. Which information? So and so POs we are going to create it to supplier, please clear the payment to suppliers. Okay. So now here whenever we are going to pass the PO information to AP department, then here we have a sorry we have a accounting department is there. We have a accounting department. So this accounting department, okay. So what happen whenever the PO people pass the PO information to AP people, and AP people is going to receive the PO information, and these people is going to prepare the invoice to that respected PO number. Okay, then the people is going to create the invoice. Once the people is going to create the invoice, that invoice information will be transferred to accounting department. So because of this is the accounting department which is used to maintain the all financial information of our business. Okay, accounting transaction. So here we want to remember one point. What is that means? Whenever we can do any financial transactions in financial department, we must transfer that information to accounting department. The accounting department people is going to maintain that accounting information. Why we want to create the invoice, and so when we are going to clear the invoice, whatever it may be, that all information will be maintained in this accounting department. Now here we done one transaction. What is that? Invoice, where we done in account payable department. So that is the reason we must transfer this information to accounting department. Now once we clear the invoice, now the accounting department people is going to clear the payment to suppliers. Clear the payment to suppliers. So what is that? Make the payments. Make the payments. To whom the people is going to make this one? To respected supplier. So it is also one of the financial transaction. So whenever we are going to done the financial transaction in account payable department, then we must transfer this information to again accounting department. What is that? Payment information. For payment information. So finally, where we are going to tally the information, balance information in accounting department, we tally the information of this accounting transaction. Accounting transaction. So very simple. As per our requirement, the store people is going to pass the information to PO. The PO people is going to raise a PO to suppliers. Supplier is going to respond our PO and send items to our stores. Next, the same information will be passed into the accounting department, sorry, account payables department. This people is responsible to create the invoice against with our PO and transfer that information to accounting department. At the same time, the people is going to clear the payment to supplier. The same information will be transferred to accounting department. Here we are going to tally the balance, why we want to create the invoice and why, what is the, when we are going to clear the payments. So here it is clearly shows that balances is both amount credited and amount debited. Both information is going to show the same number, means the same result, right? So this process, basically this process we call it as procure to pay process. Procure to pay process, P2P process, right? So whatever we are going to discuss this will be called it as a P2P process. Next, in the same manner, coming to customer level, okay, customer point of time. So now the items are available in our stores. Once the items are available in our stores, now we can possible to ready to sell these items to customer. Sell these items to customers. So how we can get the order from the customers? Then here, the order management department, the order sales team, okay, sales department. Then, so here the sales department is receive the orders from the customers. Receive the orders from the customers. So here get the orders. Get the orders. Okay. Once the sales department is get the orders, because of before that we have the items. Now sales team is ready to get the items from the get the order from the customer. Now customer is give the order to sales department. Then sales department is going to pass this information to inventory department. Pass this information. Which information? Order information. Order information. So this sales department is going to pass the order information to stores department. Now the stores department people is responsible to move the items to customer location. Move the items to customer location. So here move the items. So this is a generic business terminology only. So here the stores people is going to move the items to customer location. But along with that, so we are going to send the means invoice information, means bills information. So here then we have a one more department, that is a receivable department. So we are going to parallelly pass this information to account receivable. Okay. So which information the people is sent here? Order info. Based on this order information, account receivable people is going to send the invoice to customer. Send the invoice to customer. Okay. So here, what is this? It is a sales invoice. It is a sales invoice. So whenever we send this, means what is this account receivable? It is a one of the financial department. Whenever we are going to done the any financial transaction in our financial modules, what we do, we want to pass this information to accounting department. So for what? Invoice. For what? Invoice. What is this? Sales invoice. This is a purchase invoice. This is a sales invoice, right? Then now once the people is going to complete, so here this supplier is also send the bill to our accounting department. What is the bill means? This supplier is going to raise a invoice, purchase invoice. Okay, based on that we created. So here also we are going to create a one bill. That bill is sent to the customer. So here we done one financial transaction. That is the reason we must transfer this information to sales invoice, means accounting department, sorry. Next, once the customer is receiving our invoice, now the customer ready to clear the amount to our accounting department. Clear the amount to our accounting department. So what is this? Means clear the amount. Means clear the amount. So here now accounting department, sorry, account receivable department is receive the amount from the customer. Receive the amount from the customer. Whenever we receive the amount from the customer, it is also one of the financial transactions in our account receivable module. So that here we should transfer this information to again accounting department. So for that we are going to create the a transaction is sales receipt. Sales receipt. Okay, this is a purchase payments. This is a sales receipt. So finally we are going to tally the information in accounting department. Accounting department. So very simple, just observe this one. Once we have the items in our stores, now we are ready to get the order from the customers. Now the orders is given by the customer. Once we receive the order from the customer, we need to pass that information to stores. The stores people is going to move the items to customer location. Then along with that, the sales people is going to pass this information to account receivable people. Account receivable people is create a sales invoice against with order and send it to customer location. At the same time, the account receivable people is going to move the transaction information to accounting department. Then once we completed this transaction, then we are receive the amount from the customers and we create the receipt, and this information also will be moved into the accounting department. So finally here we are going to get the clarity how much amount we create the invoice for sales, how much amount we receive the amount from the customers. Okay, then so this process we call it as order to cash process. Order to cash process, right? So here we are divided into two levels. So this process we'll call it as a procure to processes. This process we call it as a order to cash process. Clear on that? First of all, so is there any question apart from this diagram? Hello, is it clear?
I'm clear.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm also clear.
yeah, okay. Let us so here why I want to explain this one. First of all, we want to do this both process in our Oracle applications. Okay, so that we can clearly understand what are the tables are reflected for every transaction on Vision only. On Vision only. After that, we can go to design our multi-arc structure. Design our multi-arc structure, and after that also we are going to do the same process. If you have awareness of that vision, then I don't want to explain. So if you want, then I will explain this both process from scratch to ending in Vision instance. If you're okay with that, then I can start with that procure to pay process and order to cash cycles in Vision instance, or else then we can directly go for the business structure as per your requirement.
I think it will be more understandable if you can go through this. I think it will not take much time. Just Rakesh and Somnath can help.
So whatever it may be, then I will show you both. Depends upon you only. Okay. Rakesh, what about you? So let us first of all, we are going to complete this both process in our vision instance. After that, we can go to design our own business structure, and we'll be going to do the setup suite and everything our own self. Okay. So now I can go to connect with our server machine. Yeah. So here first I want to process this procure to pay process. I want to cover this procure to pay process. Let us 1 second, hold on the line. Okay. Let us now I want to log in with our vision operations global user name and password. This is a operations and welcome. Then here initially I want to connect with any one of the responsibility to open the Oracle applications main form of. So once it is finished, let us now we are going to connect with the Toad parallelly. So here first of all, from which level we want to start our work, then here stores. Okay, then here the store's responsibility is inventory. So as per our general business terminology is stores. As per the Oracle terminology, the people is call it as a inventory. So then the vision is a default database, vision operations. Okay. So here we are going to do the transactions. First we want to define the transactions. Sorry, first we want to create a new item in our vision, means in our organization. So that now I want to define items, master items. So don't get any confusion, I will be give the clarity to in our business structure. Just you can follow my instructions so that you can easily understand it. So here I want to choose the organization name. This is the inventory organization name. I want to choose the vision operations. So here we are going to create a new item. Here we are going to create a new item. Then now our item name is like suppose example I want to give Sony item. Item. Again I want to give the same name of our item description. So just here I want to create item. Let us here whenever we are going to create this item in this level. So here the item is created, but the item is available in our instance level, but item does not available in different department level. So whenever we are going to create any item in our stores level, we should assign the some attributes. We should assign the some attributes. Based on that, the item is applicable for so and so department level. Let us, whenever we create a new item, that whenever we create a new item, this item information. This item information is going to store MTL system items B, where this is the table will be find out our item information. Okay, and where how we are going to find out our item information. The item information is going to stored in segment 1 column. Segment 1 column, like Sony item. Now it is show us whether the item is created or not. So why segment 1 only capture this information? Segment 1 is always allow only unique records. Okay. And next here, by default, these all flags are not applicable. Okay, means n. So whenever we are going to assign this item to different departments, means based on these attributes we treat as a department. So now the item is available in instance level. Then now I want to assign this item to inventory level, means a store level. Let us we check it. So automatically the item is available in our inventory level. Let us we can go to. So here we can access this the same query and will be check it. So here we have some columns which are show us whether the item is enabled or not. There, inventory item flag stack enabled flag. Okay, and this is the way we are going to assign this item to different departments. Bills of materials and cost enabled, purchasable, and order management, shippable, internal orders. I want to create a invoice for this item, OE transactable, order entry. If in case any process manufacturing, service and web options. Okay, so then now I am going to assign this all checkboxes which are very required for a new item. Then save the records. Save the records. Then once we save it, let us we are going to check it the same table. So in this table it is clearly show us all flags will be become as a Y. Most of the flags will be become as a Y because of already we done each and every checkboxes. Okay, this checkbox only indicate to us whether the item is applicable or not. Okay, next, once we are going to completed this one, right? Now I want to assign the same item into multiple inventory organizations. So because of we want to process this item into a specific inventory organization. Yes, Rakesh.
Hello.
Yeah, Rakesh.
Yeah. Can we know like why we actually have to select each checkbox? What is the purpose?
Yeah.
If it is service, what we
Yes.
have to
Yes.
check. If it is
No.
not,
What
otherwise,
happens is, uh, suppose if you create the item here, the item is available at instance level only. Okay. But the
yeah.
item does not possible to do any transaction in inventory department. Say example, one
If it
second.
is master org, we cannot do any transactions.
Whatever it may be, we can't do anything if in case if you are not assigned the inventory. Let us, I will show you a simple example. Uh,
Yeah, I understand.
yeah,
But I'm asking like one checkbox. What is the purpose or what is the use?
yeah,
If you can tell.
it is applicable
And
for
then
inventory item. Okay,
checkbox have to.
yeah. So if in case what is the use of this stockable means the we are possible to maintain the stocks for this item in our inventory. Okay, the same item we can possible to transact from one area to another area. So at the time we can go for this transactable. So if you want to find out each and every checkbox, better to go to help so that we can easily understand. So what is the use of this each and every checkbox? Okay. So but here the mandatory means this is the item is applicable in our inventory. Whether I am going to show a simple example. Suppose I want to create a one more item. Item is item 1010. Again I am giving item 1010. Let us save the records. but this item does not assign to any checkboxes, but our item is already assigned to each and every checkbox. Now we can go to do the some transactions on this item. Let us go to transactions. We can do any transaction. We have a one miscellaneous transaction. What is this use of this? Means I want to use this one, miscellaneous receipt. Means we want to receive the material from outside source. Here transaction lines. So here total how many items we created? Two items. One is Sony item. It is available. It is available because of we already checked the checkbox, right? Suppose, and also we are created one more item, item 1010. It is not show us, but still it is there in our database, but it is not available here. Why? Because we are not assigned the checkbox to the expected inventory checkbox. Clear?
We can assign the item template to that new item that we have created, 1010.
Yes, everything is possible. Just for our understand purpose, I want to show you one by one. I will clearly show you in our business structure. Okay. So this is for your understand purpose. What are the tables are reflected from backend? That is the thing. There are a lot of tables are reflected for procure to pay process and order to cash process. I will explain to you that template also. Okay. Clear, Somnath?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So Rakesh, have you clear on this? So why we want to check the checkboxes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the reason. Just let us. So now we have the item, but item is available in our master level. But now in this vision instance, the people is going to done the setups for member organization level. So that is the reason better to assign this item to member inventory organizations. Then here tools, organization, assignment. There are so many member organizations to assign this vision operation. So because of suppose very simple example, we have a metro shops. Okay, there are so many metro shops are located into the different locations, but each and every shop we cannot consider as a main organization, but each and every metro shop we are going to find out the same item. Okay, so because of here the people is going to create a one item in master level, and the same item will be accessible to another inventory organization, means another metro shop. The same manner here, now I don't want to assign the all organization level, just I want to assign only one of the inventory organization which is having the functionality of this vision database. So what is that means? M1 cereal manufacturing. So that is the reason I want to select this one. Now save the records. Let us here also we are done one transaction completed and saved. Let us go to backend and will be execute the same table, but this table is going to show us two records. Show us two records. But here only this table in Oracle application SM modules, this is the table having only two primary key, means a composite primary key. Okay, organization ID, inventory item ID. This is the table only have two primary keys, means composite primary key. So that is the reason the same item will be assigned that organization ID is variate and will be find out. Let us. Now the item is available in our means instance level, and also we can possible to process the transactions in our inventory level. But here the item does not available in our inventory level. So how we can get the item? Definitely we have a source is only supplier. Okay. Now we want to pass this information to PO department. But in Oracle application, how the people is going to pass this information? Before that, the people is going to assign some prerequisites for this item. Prerequisites for this item. What is that means? We want to do the planning. We want to do the planning for this item. So here we have a general planning. Here the planning method is minimax planning. Minimax planning, and we want to make our buy. So we want to buy the items, not make it. So here, what is the minimum quantity? The minimum quantity is 100, maximum quantity is 1000. Where you want to get the items? I want to get the items from the supplier. I want to get the items from the supplier. So this is the planning we are going to assign for our item. Okay, we can set the planning to our item. Whenever the item does not have any quantity in our inventory, automatically the inventory people is going to run the planning report. Okay, before going to specify the planning, we want to know the estimated price of the item. Estimated price of the item. So what is the estimated? Not a final price. Estimated price only. Okay. The inventory people is going to specify the estimated price, 20 rupees. But it is not a final price. Basically, the final price is coming from the supplier itself only. Now save the records. Now, now we are completed to define our item and which is having the all functionality. Let us we are send this information, items requirement information to PO department from whom supplier means sorry stores, right? Then in this point of time, now we are going to run the organization. But here better to change the organization because of this people is going to do the setups for member inventory organization M1 digital manufacturing and go to running the planning minimax planning report. So this is the report is run by the stores people, and so here we want to restock the item. Yes, which level? Organization level or sub inventory level? Organization level. Let us click on OK, submit, no, and check it in our SRS. So once this program is completed normal, oh, just keep in our mind that this is the point. Okay, will be clearly cover this point in our business because of somebody is disturbed this vision setups. Okay, so this is the report we want to run it, but whenever we are going to run this report, the information will be keep into the interface table. The information is keep into the interface table. PO equation interface table. PO equation interface table. Just I want to show you the table.
Hello?
Yes.
So
Hello.
what is actually why we have the general planning?
So here, then how the people is going to know the information? This one. The stores people is going to pass the requirement information to PO people so that the PO people is going to make the requirement information creation. Okay. Then the PO people is possible to create an equation.
But for that you need to create a general planning tab and
Yes,
run
exactly.
the minimum max then.
Yes. For that purpose, we want to plan our item. Okay. But
Okay.
here some vision means a lot of people are access the vision. That is the reason somebody is going to disturb our vision setups. Okay, not a problem. It will be covered in our own business structure. But just keep in our mind. But whenever we are going to run this program in our inventory, this is the table is reflected. Select start from PO requisition interface on. This is the table will be find out our respected planning item information. So here we can go to give the item ID and will be find out. But it is a mediator table to process the information from inventory to PO. Okay, and but how we are going to means up the data, means load the data from this requisition sorry interface table to in our PO means here. So right now the data is available in this level, middle level, right? So now these people go to change the responsibility, purchasing responsibility. The purchasing people want to run one more program, that is a requisition import program, requisition import program. So here lot of people is going to disturb about this. So here we are giving the import, but here it is not coming. The import source is inventory, INV. Import source is INV because of the source is coming from inventory. That is the reason. Okay. So once the people is going to run this program, then automatically the requisition is created in our purchasing department. So what exactly happen in real life means end of the day, each and every day, end of the day, the inventory people is going to run the planning report. Okay, and each and every day, morning section. Okay, beginning of the day, the PO people is going to run this requisition import program and create the requisition, and that information will be sent into the means after that we are going to process a lot of transactions. Okay, so now we are going to create the equation. So because of we are not possible to generate this equation automatic, that is the reason I want to go for manual. Okay, so equation. So here we have a several operating units. For time being I'm using vision operation. Again, we have two types of equations. There are two types of equations. For time being, I'm choosing purchase equation. Everything will be covered, nothing to worry. And coming to
Hello.
yes,
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you, but can you repeat the cycle? First, the store raised a request to the PO, right? And for that, we fired min-max planning report.
no, no.
And then after that report, we are going to raise the requisition from
Actually,
PO side to inventory.
one second. Actually, I didn't get you what you said. Can you repeat once?
Hello?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah. I was saying that can you please repeat the cycle that first the inventory
Yeah. First,
send the information to
yes,
PO
yes,
through
exactly.
min-max report.
Yes, exactly.
And then then now PO is raising the requisition
Yes.
to supplier, right?
No, no, no. First, the people is create the equation based on our requirement. Okay. After that, we have a lot
Okay.
of process, equation, RFQ, quotation, and finally we send the PO. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Just you can follow me. Just based on that, you can clear cut idea.
What is the purpose of this requisition import?
So right now, where the data is here, right? The data
Okay.
is available in interface table, not in requisition case table. We want to upload
Okay.
that data from interface tables to our base table so that that is a valid data, right?
So how the data has been inserted in this interface table
While running the planning report.
while running the planning report.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Have you get the clarity or is there any getting confusion?
No.
Somnath, and
Yeah.
please don't get any confusion. Just you can follow my flow. the same flow will be covered in our business sector. At the time you are get the clarity. So here my intention is I want to know you what are the tables are reflected for every transaction. Okay,
Okay.
I will give the clarity, nothing to worry. Yeah, let us. So then next we go for, so which is the item you want to create the equation, because of here we don't have the automatic, that is the reason I want to create a manually. This is the item. So how it is come? Because of already we check the checkboxes purchasing checkbox in our inventory level. So automatically here observe this one. The price is automatically come. Why? Because in purchasing tab we can give the some estimated price. Okay. And now we are giving the quotation. So we want to give the some quantity. How much quantity you need to require? We need to require 100 quantities. And what is the when it is required? It is required 25th or 23rd. It is required the item in our inventory level 23rd. Okay. So next, then go to distribution. We are giving the some auditing information purpose. So to which account means this is giving the to which store you want to maintain this transaction. Let us. Next, we are going to save the record. Save the record. So now we are completed our equation and get the equation number. This equation information is going to store store select star from PO equation header all. So this is the table. Find out the we will find out the equation information, but here we are getting a lot of information. So even though here the equation number is stored in segment 1 column. What is the equation number? 14322. Now it is clearly shows what is our equation. Okay, but the status is incomplete. Now this equation is going to approved by the equation manager. The equation manager click on this approve, because of all equation does not approved by the requester itself. Now click on OK. Then let us, we want to check it whether our equation is approved or not. Go to equation summary 14322. Click on find. Here it is shows in process. Still it is in process. For that purpose, so we need to run one program that is called, actually in real time we don't need to run this program, but here it is a workflow background process. We need to run it. PO equation approvals. Click on OK, submit, no, find. Once this program is completed normal, then our equation is getting become as a approved. Yeah. So now we are going to require the same equation. we are getting the approved. Okay, let us we check it, where we are going to find out whether our request is approved or not. Authorization status column. Okay, and next I want to find out what are the item is created for this request. Lines all, where we have a one column, request header id equal to 187178. It is clearly show us which is the item we created. So we here it is show us item description, and we have a item id only. Based on that item id, we can link to our this table, inventory item id. Inventory item id and item id both are same. Next, select the store from. I want to know which is the accounting information is stored in this equation. So we done 3 transactions, right? We done 3 transactions in our equation. This is headers and the lines and the distributions. We have 3 levels in our equation. Okay, that is the reason. Now this information we can find out. POREQ distributions all, where we can give the equation line name equal to 214393. So here we are find out the accounting information. Here it shows the charge account from front end, the accounting information, but back end it does not show us that accounting information. But how we know that? Here we have a column is code combination ID. Based on that code combination ID column, we are possible to get the information. GL code combinations tables, where code combination ID equal to 13185. So here we find out that information. But how we are going to find out? Basically this accounting information we can keep into the segment 1 to 5 columns. I will let you know why this information is going to store this table only, these columns only. And what is the concatenate alpha? Charge account. Which is account is appear here, same account is appear in our front end, right? So that is the reason we can access this table only. Next, once it is completed, now what we do, we cannot possible to directly get the items from the suppliers, right? First of all, one of our employee means buyer. One of our employee is a buyer because of we want to buy the items. Okay, buyer is going to prepare the RFQ. The buyer is going to prepare the RFQ. RFQ means request for quotation. Request for quotation. So here, before going to prepare the RFQ, okay, before going to prepare the RFQ, yeah, let us first we want to create the RFQ. Go to RFQ and quotations, RFQs. So here we choose the operating unit is vision operations, and the type is, there are 3 RFQs are there. For time being I'm using standard RFQ. I will let you know what is the use of everything, nothing to worry. And the due date we specify at 22nd, and also we want to specify the close date 25th. Some people sometimes the same due date is a close date is equal, and based on which item you want to get the means quotation. Why we want to prepare this RFQ means we want to ask the supplier what is the item price, item details, item level, item quantity, whatever it may be, everything information. We want to expect the quotation from the supplier. Before that we want to process the RFQ to suppliers. So on which item? Sony item. How much? That is the target price. Then so everything will there. Just we are going to, then here how much quantity you need to require to ask the supplier. So we need to require 100 items. Then price, it is not decided, just we are going to tell to that people. So this is our estimated price. Okay. So this discount is decided by the supplier itself only. Okay, supplier itself. Or else we are also asking to that people, so and so items we are going to purchase, so and so quantity, how much level you can give. We are expecting 2% or 3%, depends upon our requirement. Let us. Now we are going to save the record. Save the record. So here our RFP is created successfully. There. Now we create a one RFQ and get the RFQ number. Okay. This information is available in different tables. Select star from PO headers all, where this is the table to find out the RFQ information. But how we can go to find out our RFQ? So here also we have a one column is segment 1. What is the RFQ number? 307. 307. There. So here we are find out a list of a lot of records, around 12 records are getting. But how we know that which is the record is applicable for our RFQ? So here we have a one column. Type lookup code is variate whether it is a RFQ or quotation. It is a RFQ, right? Now in this RFQ also we can specify the item information. PO line all, where PO header ID 115306. This is the table is going to show us. Then here we clearly understand on which item we create the RFQ. And also here we specify the price breaks. That information is going to store in PO line locations all, where PO line ID. So what is the line locations? Sorry, PO line ID 178235. So here it is clearly show us what is the quantity we want to expect from that supplier. And if in case any price breaks information, we have a one column is there, discount price. We have a one column is there, discount column. Let us we can check it. We are going to find out that discount column, that will be going to clearly tell to us how much level, how much price break we expect from the supplier. But now once it is finished, but here we don't have the any suppliers. Okay, we don't have any suppliers. Let us now we are going to move this information to suppliers. Okay, then click on suppliers, and here there are a list of suppliers are available under this vision database. Now I'm choosing 3M Healthcare is one of the suppliers. So this RFQ will be sent into the multiple suppliers, and the same uh, like the plastics, then here plastics, the same supplier. So the same RFQ will be sent into the another supplier. Okay, advantage corp. So here also there are three sites are there. Now I want to send this RFQ to these suppliers, right? Let us save the records. Save the records. So whenever we are going to send this RFQ to this supplier, now we are going to check it from backend. Which table is going to find out this received RFQ suppliers information? There, that information. PO RFQ vendors, where PO header ID equal to 115306. It is a table which is clearly tell to us how many suppliers are getting our RFQ. These are the suppliers. But here it shows only IDs of the supplier. But where we are going to find out the supplier information. The suppliers information will be find out three tables. AP suppliers, where vendor ID equal to, suppose example I'm giving one. This clearly shows the plastics, right? Based on this, how many sites are there? AP suppliers sites all, where vendor ID. These are the supplier based tables. There are 33 sites are available under this supplier, and also we have one more table, that is a AP supplier contacts. Sorry, not a contacts, all contacts only. So here again we are giving the vendor contact ID, sorry, vendor site ID. These are the vendor site ID equal to 1008. Just I want to show you what are the tables for this respected suppliers. Okay. So once we are send this information to suppliers, now how the supplier is going to receive that? But we don't have any uh, direct link between our application to the supplier application, right? So what we do, we want to run one program. We want to run one report. Print RFQ report, either landscape or portrait. Once we run this report, report to type is all, and okay, then better to sort by item RFQ number, and here we want to give the RFQ number from, this is our RFQ number, and click on OK for better running. Then it is taking some time to complete this output.
Hello?
Yes.
Why are we running this report, printed RFQ report?
Actually, we create a RFQ and send the suppliers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a supplier application and our company application does not have any interrelated link. How the supplier know whether the RFQ is coming from our side or not? That is the reason
Okay.
we want to run this report, and that report will be sent as a mail or courier or fax. But
Okay, we
nowadays,
create RFQ and we send to the supplier.
yes, exactly. Okay.
So we have seen how to create RFQ and the affected tables
Yes.
and the related tables.
Yes, exactly. But nowadays we have a one more module is there, iSupplier module. Have you aware of that?
Yes, yes.
So in that module, we have a means we are giving the some credentials to supplier. The suppliers directly access to our respected internet supplier module, and the people know that we no need to send this RFQ report as a mail or as a fax. That work is going to reduce. Okay.
Okay.
So here it is taking some time. Okay, fine, not a problem. Then keep on refresh it. Now it is completed normal. Basically, how we can do that means we open the output. So this output will be sent to the different suppliers. So the same RFQ. First we send into the 3M Healthcare this output, and Advantage Group it is one output. GE Plastic then will be divided this report into three parts and will be sent into the different suppliers as a mail or as a courier as a fax. Okay. Then once it is finished, now the suppliers is going to respond our RFQ and send the quotations to us. Send the quotations to us. Again, the people also prepare the quotations and run the report from their applications and generate the output. That output will be sent as a mail or as a fax or as a courier. Okay. And again we receive that quotation. Then now once we receive that all quotation from the suppliers, and will be decided which is the quotation is the best quotation for our, okay, for our requirement, which is the best. Not because of we are not possible to purchase the item from all suppliers to whom we are going to send the RFQ. We are going to finalize only one supplier. To that supplier only we want to purchase the item. So that is the reason. And also we can, let us we check it whether our RFQ is 307. It is clearly shows status is printed. There. Now it is printed. Then now what exactly we want to do? We want to create the quotation. So we want to create the quotation. Why we want to create the quotation? Because of the supplier is going to send as a report only. Thus we don't have any related information. We want to maintain that information. So how we can go to maintain that information? We have two ways. One is we can create the quotation manually, which is the information is coming from the suppliers. Another one is, so almost all whatever RFQ will be sent, the same information is coming from the supplier, but with some minor changes. Means item quantity level and price information and price breaks information, these changes only coming, and the entire information is same, right? So here we have two ways. One is we can directly create the quotation manually. Another one is we can copy the information from RFQ and will be create a new quotation. Then let us here just we want to retrieve that information and we'll be going to tools, copy document, then action, entire RFQ I want to copy, type. What we are going to do, we are going to choose quotation. Actually this quotation is coming from the supplier end. Okay, from which supplier this quotation is coming? So basically this RFQ will be sent into the these three suppliers. That three suppliers are enabled here. 3M Healthcare, and click on OK. Then now a new quotation has been copied from this RFQ and the quotation number is 500. The quotation number is 500. Let us check it. Now it will be changed to the quotation form. It is RFQ, and it is a quotation form. So beside we have a RFQ. Okay, so here we have a quotation. So then this is the RFQ number is reference to this quotation, right? Again we are giving the active, and everything is same. Everything is same, but the price is maybe it is a 22 rupees. This supplier is going to tell to us 22 rupees of this item. Okay, price breaks maybe the person, then 22. If you purchase the 100 items, if you purchase the 100 items, they are giving the 20 rupees. They are giving the, sorry, that 2% discount, depends upon the percentage. If you purchase 100 items or 200 items, so what happen? Whenever you purchase the 200 items with us, then only we can give the 5%. For 100 items, they don't want to give the any percentage, means any discount, right? Now save the records. Save the records. So this is the quotation is coming from one supplier. One supplier. Now we want to approve it. We want to approve it. All orders. Reason. Okay. Best delivery. Click on OK. Now this our quotation is approved, and also I want to check it where this quotation information is stored in from backend. Then this quotation information is also going sorry excuse me, stored in same tables. What are the same tables means? Which is the table is captured the RFQ, the same tables are stored into the quotations. PO headers all, where segment 1 equal to, what is the segment 1? 500. Now it is show us a lot of records, but how we can vary it? Then same. Here we have it two options. One is we can choose the type lookup code equal to quotation. We can find out our record, or else here we have a one more column is there from header ID. From header ID, I will let you know. Then next, we can find out item information. PO lines all where PO header ID equal to 115307. So this is the item information, and next you can find out PO line locations all where PO line ID equal to 178236. So here it is shows clearly what is the cost of the item, sorry, price breaks information. This is the price overline. Okay, and how much the people want to give to us. This is the discount. That now, but here how many quotations we receiving from the suppliers? Actually, we are send this RFQ. So example, actually here we prepare the RFQ. Means actually inventory people send the requirement and prepare the requisition and prepare the RFQ, and this RFQ will be sent into the multiple suppliers. Supplier 1, supplier 2, supplier 3. So now we receive the first supplier quotation. First supplier quotation. Supplier 3. Next we want to receive the one more quotation. So quotation 2. Again I want to receive the one more quotation. Quotation 3. So but right now we are receiving only one quotation. So let us next we close this one and again go to tools, copy document, action, enter RFQ, type standard quotation because of we create the standard RFQ. Supplier is Advantage Corp. Click on OK, and then we created one more RFQ or one more quotation. Then here this person is to given to us same 20 rupees. Price it doesn't change. Then active, go to price breaks, but here the person, if you purchase 200 quantity from us, we are giving same 5% discount. 5% discount. Okay. Then and also if you want to specify that the discount rates also dates, save the record. Again we go to approve this entire quotation. So lowest price. Quotation lines have been approved. Let us we check it from backend. Everything is same. Here we find out items, information, and price breaks information. Price breaks information. Right? So once it is finished, let us, but still we receive only two quotations. Now we want to receive one more quotation. So what is this quotation? Close this one. Again, come back to RFQ and copy the same document. But this quotation is coming from the last supplier, the plastics. Click on OK. Then again, quotation has been created, and the price is 25. The price is 25, and the price breaks. This people doesn't give any discount. Just if you purchase 100 items or 200 items, we are giving same price without any change. So here the status is active. Status is active. Save the records and approve it. Quality. Click on OK. So we want to tell to the reason why we want to approve this one. So let us same tables are reflected. Let us same tables are reflected, and then here we can find out the price 25 rupees. Okay, but we don't have any discount from this supplier. We are not expected. But here my question is, from back end, how we know that what are the how many quotations are receiving under one RFQ? So here we have a column. This is the table, you can copy it, paste it, and PO header ID. Sorry, not PO header ID, from header ID. From header ID equal to, what is the RFQ header ID? This is our RFQ header ID 115306. Now it is clearly shows how many quotations are receiving from that under the RFQ. Okay, there are 3 quotations are receiving under the same RFQ. So these are the suppliers information, and this is the header ID. Okay, so once we are receiving that all quotation from the suppliers, now we are going to analyze the quotation, and finalize the best quotation, then quote analysis. Then here we are giving the RFQ number 307. Click on find. Here it shows the respected 3 quotations which are coming from under this RFQ, which is the best one. So analyze each and everything. This is the best one as per our requirement. It is giving some discount also. Now we are going to click on approve entire quotation, all orders, lowest price. Click on OK. Now this quotation is approved. Automatically it will come to add in this table. Okay, in this level, shipment approvals level. Okay, once it is finished, now what we do here, in these 3 quotations, we analyze it and finalize the best quotation. So that is we done here. Suppose, say example, quotation 2. Now this quotation will be sent into the supplier, a specific supplier. Okay, that means how we are going to send it, while creating the PO. Then go to purchase orders. Okay, here operating unit is vision operations. So there are 4 types of POs are there, but time being I'm choosing standard purchase order. In our business structure, I will explain to you each and every one. To which supplier you want to get it. So second supplier. Who is the second supplier? Advantage Corp. This is the supplier we finalize. So here, vision operations. Then here we tell to that it is a supplier, Advantage Corp. Then here UK only. Now come to lines level. Then basically PO have 4 levels: headers, lines, shipments, and distributions. What is the item? We tell to that Sony item. Then price automatically come. And how much quantity? You need to require 100 quantity. Suppose if you go for 101, same. If you go for 200, same. It is not. Okay, let us. We can go for 100 quantity. And here, once we are giving this item information in this level, next go to currency catalog, on which item catalog we can choose. Everything okay, then we close this. And currency, which currency? So which currency is applicable for this respected supplier? Then we done that respected supplier. This rate time.
I have a question.
Yeah.
While creating this purchase order, we are not taking any reference from that previous quotation amount.
What is that?
While we creating this purchase order, we are not taking any reference from the quotation amount.
No need
Means
to.
how?
No need to require. Directly we can tell to that supplier. Automatically it will come. The price information.
I think the price is 19 in that quotation amount.
Yeah, actually
That
some setup
advantage.
is not supported here. In our business structure, everything will become. Okay, that is the reason I want to check it. I'm also checking here. Okay, definitely it will become. There.
Okay.
So currency and terms and condition. Then these are the terms and condition. Just the payment term. I'm going to specify cash
Hello?
on delivery.
Hello?
Yeah, Rakesh, tell me.
Yeah, I think his question is like we have created a RFQ, we have selected a quotation, but where are we specifying that while sending the PO that we have opted for so and so quotation or
Here we
opted for
select.
one?
Yes, I understand that.
There is no link between the quotation and this purchase order, right?
Yeah. Here, when we finalize the which is the supplier we are selected here, finalized supplier, automatically the price information and every information is coming here. But we want to
But
check.
we can create requisition. I think we can first we created requisition, then RFQ. Huh?
Yes. Requisition RFQ here. Here we have a flow. Requisition RFQ send to supplier and create the quotation and finalize the quotation and send it to the particular supplier.
Yeah, but uh, maybe from requisition we can create a purchase order, right?
That is also one more way. That is emergency PO.
So that way we will know that there is a reference for that
Yeah,
requisition.
requisition. We need to require the reference of the requisition number. Okay.
No, in the quotation, the supplier has committed that it will provide us the item with the price of 19 rupees.
Yes.
But while we creating this purchase order, we are creating this purchase order with the price of 20.
Yes. Yeah, here that is the reason. I mean, so some setup does not support it here. Actually, I'm also checking for that. So why it is not changed?
Okay.
But in our business structure, definitely it will be going to change. I will show you. Nothing to worry. Okay.
Okay.
I understand your
Yeah.
question. Yeah. So next terms and conditions. Here I want to specify which is the item and everything, cash on delivery and carrier put on boards. And next we go for shipments. So where you want to ship this item? So we want to receive the items in M1 retail manufacturing. So how much quantity? So here we are going to tell to that. So actually here need by date is specified by ourselves. Okay, and promise date is given by supplier, which is specified in our quotation. Maybe the people is going to tell to us that promise date, need by date always less than the promise date. Promise date is given by supplier, need by date by is given by us. Next, distributions. So for this shipments, we want to maintain the distribution information, then chart account. Okay. Let us observe this one. There are 4 levels are there in PO. One is headers, lines, shipments, distributions. Okay. Now we save the records. Then now we create a PO number. So this PO number is going to store. So where that PO information. this PO information is going to store into the same tables. PO headers all, where segment 1 equal to, what is the PO number? 6038. This is our PO number. This is a standard PO number. PO lines all where PO header ID 115310, and this is the item ID is created for this PO. And next we have a PO shipments information, PO line locations all where PO line ID 178239. Shipment information, where you want to ship this item. So here ship to location ID and ship to organization ID, ship to org ID. Okay, we have a column ship to organization ID, to which inventory organization you want to ship these items. Supplier want to ship the item. Next, PO distributions all where line location ID. What is the line location ID? 269385. So it is clearly shows what is the means which is the table is shows means code combination ID. Based on this code combination ID, we find out the chart one while concatenation of segment 1 to segment 5 columns. Then next, here now I want to approve this PO. Approve. So purchase document has no rate type. Okay, type where it is. What is supported? Why it is not supported? Hmm. So actually this supplier is doesn't have that respected property. So let us, we want to create a new supplier to process the same process from here onwards. So just roughly I created one supplier so that it is possible. Sony supplier, just I'm going to write Sony supplier. Supplier is created and go to address book. We want to create a one site. Then address line. So just I want to specify that purchasing and payment. Click on continue. Yes. Then here vision operations. Click on OK. Then supplier site is also created successfully. Then go to accounting. Invoice management. So here we tell you that here not here not. So now supplier is successfully created. One second, let us again I want to click one more. I want to click one more. So for timing, I'm using supplier is 3M Healthcare. Maybe is using USD dollar. It is accepted our PO. And here, so now it is accepted to the price is coming from as per the 3M Healthcare. Actually, we are assigned the quotation. We approve the quotation is different, but actually that supplier is having the conversion rate. So that is the reason if we can't possible to process. Let us not a problem. 100. Go to shipments. And here, settle manufacturing. The location. Here you can choose any one location. It is accepted. But need by date and the promise date. Let us save the records. So here just we are completed to this one. Now click on approve. So now we can possible to approve. What is the PO number? 6039. From backend also we want to check it with this PO number only. So here we have a authorization status column. It shows whether the yes it is approved or not. Now we here also it shows. Go to purchase order summary. Give the PO number 6039. 39, click on enter. This clearly shows whether our PO is approved or not. Approved. And this is the column. Four zero 86. Right. So let us, once the PO is approved, now again we run the purchase order report and will be sent into the supplier as a mail or as a courier or as a fax. Okay. Once the supplier is received our PO, then the supplier will send the items to our organization. So now we are going to receive the items. Then here we have a receiving and receipts. To which inventory organization you want to receive the items? In shipments we specify retail manufacturing. Then, so to which PO number you want to receive the items? 6039. 6039, and automatically it is clearly shows to which supplier you want to create this purchase order. You are created this purchase order. Then now it is come. Click on find. So click on find. Here the receipt is generated. Okay. Then click on close. Here it is clearly shows. So here how much quantity we receive from the suppliers. Then now we click on yes. So tolerance exceeded, not a problem. Then click on inventory. So in inventory where you want to move these items. So just I want to select the stores. So let us now save the records. Save the records. So here once we receive this item, then automatically we generate the one receipt number. This receiving information is stored in different tables. RCV, shipment, headers. So these tables we call it as a receiving tables as well as shipment tables, where receipt number equal to, what is the receipt number? We have 23685. 23685. Right. Then now we receive the receipt number. And how many items we receive the items? How many items we receive from the suppliers? RCV, shipment, lines, where shipment header ID equal to 4816907. Now it is clearly shows how many quantity we receive. Okay, and where the items are located, in gate level or inventory level. So that information, RCV transactions table, where shipment header ID equal to 4816907. So here we receive the 100 quantity, we deliver the 100 quantity to where we deliver this inventory level, receiving 100 deliver, and where we deliver to sub inventory, then sub inventory is stores, right? Okay, now the supplier is send the items to our location, right? Once the supplier is send the items to our location, next what we do, this supplier means inventory people is going to tell to the purchasing department, so sorry, purchasing people is going to tell to the accounting payables department, so on so items are receiving from the so and so supplier, please you can make the clear the amount to that supplier. Okay, then now we can go to change the responsibility, the payables responsibility vision operations. Here we want to create the invoice, here we want to create the invoice for that PO. Invoices, entry invoices, then which operating unit, vision operations, the type of invoice is standard, what is the PO number, the PO number is 6039. Now it is clearly tell to us to whom we are create this PO number. Okay, and what is the invoice date, today date, and what is the invoice number. Now I'm going to write invoice 6039, it is applicable for what is the PO amount, what is the PO amount, if you go to calculate the quantity into price in PO lines table, quantity into price, what is the quantity, 100, and the price is 22, means 2200, 2200 is the quantity price, and so DL data and everything, so everything is applicable. So now, so here it is not coming to bank account. Okay, fine, wonderful. Next, coming to line session. So here we want to give the amount of line amount, how much, 2200. So and we want to give the PO line shipments. So we have only one, automatically all information is coming from the PO department. Distribution we have, so how much, 100 everything. Then now go to distributions. Yeah. So here the distribution amount is generated. Okay, so let us, now I want to save the records, I want to save the record. So invoice is created successfully with against of our PO. Okay, this invoice information, this invoice information, let us select star from AP invoices all, where invoice number equal to like INV 6039. We find out the invoice information. Then next we have a lines information, AP invoice lines all, where invoice ID equal to 214300. This is the manual line entry. That next we can find out AP invoice distributions all, where we can give the invoice ID equal to 214300. Next, here we want to find out the accounting event ID. Okay, whether this accounting event ID will be available in this table. So we want to create a accounting event for this one. Still we don't have any transaction for this invoice. Okay, we are not having any accounting event. So first of all, here we want to, still we are not validated this invoice. It is still in not validated, never validated. Click on actions. We want to validate it. Click on OK. Once we validate it, now this invoice is become as a validated. Let us we check it from backend. Automatically account event ID is generated. It is one of the event in our financial transaction. Let us, once we find out the event, now we are going to find out the information in accounting tables. So what are the accounting tables here? Here, this is the accounting tables, which is a feature in R12 Excel subledger accounting. Events where event ID 3324712. So invoice is validated, but still it is not moving to the general ledger, means ledger table. And next we have one more table, XLVAE headers, where again I am going to give event ID 3324712. But here we don't have any data. Just we create a one account event in our financial transaction, but we are not create any accounting for this transaction, for this event. So what we do, we want to create the accounting. So here, now click on action, create the accounting, and transfer this information from accounting tables to general ledger table. Means I want to choose the final poster directly. Click on OK. Now the data is coming from accounting tables and reflected to GL base table through GL interface table. So now accounting has been created for this transaction. Let us we check it from backend. Then invoice is created, and also from backend there are few programs are running. Create accounting, and let us, the data is coming from accounting tables and reflected to the GL base table through interface table. So how we can find out? This is the column, is a reference column. So here the status is a new. Just keep on refresh this column, data is freeze. So just you can observe this level, keep on refresh only, keep on refresh. So once these programs, backend programs, keep on creating accounting, then journal import, keep on running, pending only. Once this program is completed normal, this data is going to freeze from this interface table and reflected into the base table. So this is the main interface table to work like as a mediator table to general ledger module to all financial modules, whether whatever data. So now observe this one, data is freeze. Okay, and now we can check it. Actually, AE lines where AE header ID. This table is clearly shows how much amount we process. 4947976. How much amount we process? How much? 2200. It is clearly shows, right? And now I want to find out in GL base tables, GLJE batches where name like. So you can find out this information from front end. Everything is completed normal. Go to general import. So this is the batch name is reflected and will be specified here. Yeah. Next, GL JE headers where JE batch ID 2929188. So how much amount? So this category is purchase invoice and the source is payables. GLJE lines where JE header ID equal to 4683159. Now it is clearly shows how much amount is reflected, 2200, right? And finally it is posted so that we can find out that information. GL balances table. This is the final table where ledger ID equal to 1. So it is retrieved a lot of records, and also we can go to the code combination ID. One two eight 54. Then again here it is shows a lot of records. Then we can give the period name, whatever it may be.
Okay, how do you come to know this code combination ID that it will be 12854?
Then here it will come. So actually we are done in invoice, right?
Right.
In invoice we create the distribution. This is a charge account. Okay.
Double two. Okay.
Yeah, that is the only.
Okay.
This one. This one. So here we done one transaction code combination. Automatically it is generate the ID.
Okay.
That is the way only we have. So in this July we done around 10 transaction. Maybe this is ours. Which is ours. How much it is going to show us? Maybe one of the record is going to applicable for that respected transaction. But this is the table will be capture the final, because of it is a vision operation. There are a lot of transactions are applicable. Okay. But here now I
How
want.
you have yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. Tell me.
yeah, but how have you tracked that the code combination ID is 12854?
No. No. No.
That particular number.
Here I find out. GLJE lines we find out.
Okay.
Okay. That is the reason.
Okay.
And here what happened means now I want to check it in my GL table, means a GL module, whether this process is a transaction is completed or not. Go to general ledger, vision operations, journals, entry. So here we can give our batch name, click on find. It is clearly tell to us posted. How much? 2200. Review journals, it is clearly shows. Okay. Category is purchase invoice and source is payables. Okay. But still we are not complete the payments. Still we are not complete the payments. Then what we do? Again go to payables, vision operations. We have a option payments, entry, payments. So here we want to give the related information. Trading partner 3M Healthcare. To this person we want to clear the payment. Payment date, today date. And how much amount you want to clear it? 2200. To which bank account you want to credit the amount? I want to choose Bank of America. So from this account to this is the payment process profile. So I'm choosing manual. Then once it is clear, then now we are going to specify that to which invoice you want to make this payment. Click on field must be entered. Payment document. We can give this check. Okay. And now we click on enter, adjust invoice. To which invoice your number to want to clear this one. So INV 6039. Yeah. Now it will be clear. So save the record. The data is added to in this line session, payment session. So by default it is validated. We no need to validate this payment manually. By default it is validated when we are going to specify the invoice information. Good. Now it is clear. The payment is created successfully. Let us recheck it from back. This payment information. Select star from if invoice all. Then here we want to give the invoice ID. Invoice ID is, what is the invoice ID? 214300. So what is the invoice amount? 2000. And also we have a chance to multiple payments also. So if in case if you go for multiple payments, that information. AP payment schedules all. So here also we can give the invoice ID. Two one four three double two. So we don't have any pending amount. And also we can find out the checks information. AP checks off. Where check in.
Yeah, we can do the part payment from for a particular invoice.
Yes,
Right?
we can do that. But here I want to do only one. I'm not go for the partial. Then now how much amount will be released for this check? Now so we have a IPO invoice payments.
What is the information present in this AP checks all?
How much check is releases for check amount. Document number. From front end it shows the document number. This one. Okay.
Okay.
We have some internal bay tab tables also generated. Payment. Got where payment ID. So this payment ID will be found out from here. This table ID. This is the payment ID 2066. So here it is to find out the payment information and which bank and whatever it may be, that will be found out from this table. And finally, I want to know whether it is getting the event ID or not, because of it is one of the financial transactions. Accounting event ID. We have a event ID. So once we find out the event ID, the same tables, what are the tables are there here? The same tables are reflected here. What is the event ID? 3. Right? Payment is created. And but we don't have any accounting information because of still we are not create any accounting. Then click on actions, create accounting for this transaction, final post, click on OK. Same process which is there, which is applicable for invoice, the same process will be happen for this payment. Let us now we check it. The data is coming, payment is created, and here we find out how much transaction, then 2200. Cash clearing liability, and here we can go to check it in interface table. Data is going to show us a new, still it is not coming, maybe the data programs are running. Still create accounting program only running. Just keep on refresh. Yes, now the data is coming. It is a new data, categories payments, sources tables. Just keep on fresh. The data is freeze from this table, interface table, and reflected into the GLBase table. Still keep on, the program is running from backend. Yes, now it is clear. So now we can go to check it. All programs are completed. Journal import. Here we have a batch name. Just I want to copy this batch name and will be check it from back. Now it is shows. The status is yes. And go to headers is clearly shown. Payments payable and how much amount. And go to now it is clearly shown how much amount is right. So very finally it is reflected into the balances table 12831 same. 31 and 54 both. Now here also it is shows same, then will be, but actually here it is shows all information. I thought that this is our information. Get dot amount. Okay. So this is the way we are working in this restricted procure-to-pay process. So both will be completed, right? And these are the tables are reflected. Items and the equations and RFQ, suppliers, quotations, PO, receiving, invoice, accounting, again payments, and again accounting. Okay. So just it is a brief idea about that, what are the tables are reflected and what are the transactions are done from front-end application. For your understand purpose only, I want to explain this process. In coming to our business structure, I want to design our own business structure in our instance and will be do the same process. And but in our business structure, I want to explain to you module by module. And very finally, I'm going to explain this procure-to process in the last session. So, are we clear on this, all of you? Or is there any question apart from this? Akshay and Somnath, Rakesh?
As of
Yes, tell me.
as of now, no doubts. But once we go through that
Yeah.
cycle, we have doubts. Then
Better to you can at least you can do this process from your end, so that you can get the some questions. That questions you can keep in your mind when we are going to working with our business structure. Definitely, it will be going to clarify. Okay.
okay. Can you please share that SQL commands to
Yeah,
us?
yeah, definitely. I'm going to share this all whatever with me, whatever we done here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks.
And Rakesh, do you have any question?
No, no, I'm good.
Okay, fine. And Akshay, and you?
Can you
Yeah, I'm also
send
clear.
server details once again? The
Yeah.
server is changed. Hello?
What is that, Rakesh?
Server details to access the server and practice.
Yeah, already I sent it to you. You didn't receive?
Details, server is changed. No, no.
No. Oh,
It is going to restart. They're going to apply some patches.
yeah, we done that, but already we send. I thought we sent a server details to you long back. Have you checked it? Means up to now you didn't receive any server access information.
Uh, no, initially I got one mail, but I didn't. I
Yeah,
checked
that is the same.
later. There was
No,
some
no, no.
issue.
Yeah, that's the same
So
thing.
I was told that it will be corrected, but I didn't do anything. After.
Okay, okay. You can check it now. It is working fine. So every IP address does not changes. Okay, whatever we done the updation in our server machine, the IP address and your user information does not change.
Okay.
Okay, and please do the practice at least once before enter into our business structure, and also whatever doubts are coming, just keep in our mind, and every doubt will be going to rectify in our business structure process.
Okay.
Okay, and Akshay.
Yeah, I'm also clear, but once I will practice, then
Yeah,
I will have questions definitely.
okay, fine, not a problem. So just let us, now I can stop the session. It is a long session, we are worked on that. And in the next week, try to please, can you please tell me at what time you feel comfortable to come to attend the weekend classes? Means weekend, the specific time, so that I can schedule my time.
Afternoon will be good actually. 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. This time is good.
Okay.
Morning, if we have some
Yeah.
work, we can just go
Okay.
at that.
Okay, we can do one thing. We can schedule your classes afternoon 3 to 6 or 7. Okay, Saturday and Sunday, both days.
Okay.
Okay, 3 to 6 or 7, 4 hours or 3 hours. It depends upon our comfortable. We can choose 3 hours or 4 hours. Okay, guys. Then
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
okay.
okay from my side.
yeah. So next week it's a very important week. Please don't miss that week because of it's a give the full clarity of the implementation project. And also we have pending one more process. What is that? Order to cash process. This process also will be covered into the next week. Once we completed this order to cash process, and I want to explain the business structure process, and after that we are going to start the implementation of our business client in our instance. So every class is a very important. The next weekend, from next weekend up to that, every class is also very important to us. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, and bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.